Hello, Gemini. My name is Paul, and this is Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Gemini is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there's anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Gemini, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And there's the Four of Cups. Interesting with the Four of Cups to start us out. That, I think, is some emotional safety, right? We're kind of harbored in a very safe place. We've got our anchor down. We think we're okay, right? The boat's not sinking. There's not a hole in the boat. But we're not really sailing on any adventures right now, right? Let's put this into some context. Oh, and we see that becoming a Six of Cups and the Fool. And, oh, interesting, 10 of Cups, 10 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. What? Okay, all right. That's good. That's good. And then we're moving over here to this, interesting, all this water energy. The Emperor, the Star, the Fool. This is going to be pretty good. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one card, Rider-Waite-Smith. We're going to put Alien Simon Mork Ripley right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, okay? And hopefully at the end of the reading, it will tie everything together, give us the confirmation that we need, right? And we're also doing something interactive on this channel. If at any point during the reading, you have an idea of what that card is, leave a comment in the comment section, okay? Trying to make the channel more interactive. Give us a little exercise to do during the readings here. I want to see if we can collectively raise our vibrations, if we can tap into our intuition and discern that card, okay? If you don't want to play along, that's okay too. There will be an opportunity at the end. We'll have a moment of stillness, and we can all kind of, solidify our answers of what we think this card's going to be. All right. Now, looking around, we have major, major, major. We have our Trinity of Major Arcana. Our Trinity, which is a unity. So Spirit is in the building, right? We do have fire. We certainly have water. And then we certainly have some earth energy. It's very interesting that we have the very extreme of water and fire and earth, right? So let's maybe take this one card at a time to see what is really going on here. Okay. The first thing that we have, of course, we talked about it a little bit already, is the Four of Cups. It's this feeling that we are maybe too comfortable where we are right now, right? That we no longer live in extremes. We found a nice, stable, steady place, right? In the middle of all of these extremes, we found just a little bit of safety, security, a little bit of stability, emotionally speaking. This to me is, again, is we're kind of anchored in place. We're okay here, right? Boat's not sinking, but at the same time, we're not traveling into any storms, good or bad, right? There's no excitement on the horizon. We're kind of staying put. And this is where we've been, right? And what we're trying to do, I think, is increase our enjoyment of life, increase our pleasure, we're trying to get to a Six of Cups, trying to go from 4 to 6, right? So it's one state of things to the next. Right? We're trying to avoid the extremes. We're trying to avoid rocking the boat. We want gentle and stable progress, not violent kind of shaking, right? These are all even numbers. 4, 6, these tens, very even numbers, steady, stable place. Over here, though, we have odd numbers, 5 and a 7. Things are really getting shaken up here by the end, right? So it could be that the path that we are on might be a little bit too slow and steady. I mean, we might need a little bit of shaking things up, right? What you're doing in your life, I think, is trying to create this, again, 10 of Pentacles, kind of a best life scenario, right? What are we really looking to achieve? Okay, in order to get here, to get to what we really want, to get to our goals, to get to our best life, I feel like we're trying to avoid the extremes of emotion, the extremes of maybe the 10 of Wands really is the key here, because the 10 of Wands is. Sometimes it's the creative energy, but to me it feels like there's this physical exhaustion, that we are trying to do things in a slow and steady way, maybe because we think that's how it's going to be more sustainable, slow progress over time, right? Things are okay, things are 4 of Cups now. We'll slowly get to a 6 of Cups. Things will be good there. And then we'll just slowly continue until we get all the way down to the Earth energy and the 10 of Pentacles. Because we're very conscious of maybe our limitations, physically, energetically, maybe creatively, right? This is the vital energy, and this is a 10. This is someone that really is like burning the candle at both ends, right? Trying to rush forward so fast that we kind of forget why we're out here doing this. It's such a frenzy that we've exhausted ourselves and we don't even remember what the heck we're doing out here. This is putting your boat at full speed, right? Full throttle on your boat. It's easy to lose control when you're going that fast. It's easy to burn through all of your gas. It's easy to to get knocked off course and all of these things. So I think we're trying to slow things down. We're trying not to perhaps injure ourselves, wear ourselves out. I feel like you're very conscious of your physical health. I don't know if you have some energy depletion, if you feel fatigued, if you feel kind of a general exhaustion in your life. I'm kind of wondering if there's some kind of a back pain too. Not usually with this card, but in this instance, I'm sensing that you're with some support, that there's something helping you to move forward. It's almost as if we ran to our very edge before and we're still kind of recovering from that. I don't know if there's something with the back or something with, if you're walking with some kind of support or something, right? A brace or something like that. I don't know. The 10 of Cups back here. The 10 of Cups, I feel, this is the recent past. This, again, seems like an extreme to me. It seems like we were at the buffet and we were full, but we just kept eating. And this kind of goes in here with this extreme of the vital energy, that we push things too far, right? And so now we're looking for something a little bit more slow, a little bit more steady. And I don't know what exactly the 10 of Cups was for you. If it was just a lifestyle, if it was a relationship, a personal thing, family, friends. It became too much. It became too much, and I feel like we left that situation in favor of this Four of Cups. Something stable, something steady, something that wasn't crazy exciting, but it was stable and steady. And now we feel like we're making some good progress. We feel like we're advancing. It's slow, but we're getting there. We're not in either of these extremes. We're aware that we've been here before. So we just want to kind of sail on at a slow and steady pace. But underneath everything, we've got this Fool. We still kind of have this wild child within us, The Fool down below, this is kind of what did Jim Morrison say? He's got the soul of a clown that just kind of tends to ruin things at the last moment. I feel like this Fool is still within you. This is that impulse that we sometimes have that gets us into trouble, and afterwards we think, I don't know why I did that. It's just kind of a random, impulsive. It's that wild inner child. Yeah. And I think this is our desire for freedom. This is our desire to take things to the very extremes, right? Even the extreme of the Ten of Pentacles. This could be a physical extreme, an extreme of spending, overspending, getting into debt, and just being a little careless with some of these energies. Vitally, creatively, physically, financially, spiritually, emotionally. Right? Maybe we don't want any of these extremes. Yes, we're trying to get to our best life. Maybe we feel that is best accomplished by avoiding the extremes. But we still have this inner child that likes to cause some trouble when we least expect it. That's why it's beneath the surface. Moving to the path of the serpent, we start with the Emperor, and this, I think, is our discipline, our authority. We're trying to keep this ship on course, not getting caught in any of these extremes. We need to have discipline. We need to have the authority, right? I think this is very much your energy right now, trying to stay in control of things. Right. And this could be a lot of trying to control things externally too. Trying to control the wind, trying to control, and that's the strange thing is we don't see any air energy here. Right. And maybe that lack of air energy is this idea that we're trying to make progress, but there's no wind in our sails, right? The only air we have is the Fool energy. This is pure air. Maybe we need a little bit of this inner child, this wildness, this kind of troublemaker instinct. Maybe this is the wind in our sails, right? Because as it is now, we're very much in control of things, but maybe there's just no enthusiasm. Maybe there's no heart. There's no, you know what I mean? There's a lack of motivation here, perhaps. And so we're just we're chugging along, trying to steadily accomplish things, steadily stay in control. Maybe we don't quite know where we're going, right? Maybe we are trying to avoid all of these tens here. Maybe we just like the slow, steady sailing. But what we see here next, the star energy. And this is the position of the environment. This is the position of timing. We have to really figure out where our star is. This is the card that rules the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius is more air energy. So this is air energy with no direction. This is just wind all over the place, every direction, right? This is air energy that has a very specific direction. This is us learning how to navigate by starlight, finding our North Star and going in that direction. Maybe this is what we need. Maybe we need to know where we're sailing, and we need to harness the wind in order to push our boat along. Maybe we're too busy trying to stay in control so that we don't fall into any of these pitfalls, to any of these extremes. We're too busy doing this that we're really kind of missing the point here, you know. So I think this star card is very important. I think it's time for us to pick a point on the map, right? Pick a direction, really understand, really tap into our spiritual energy and get that certainty of where we're going. Right? Let's start manifesting this. Let's use all of this energy. Let's use our fire. Let's use our water. Let's use the air to figure out exactly where we're going. And let's do it. Let's manifest this 10 of Pentacles. Let's manifest this best life. So we still need our Emperor, right? We still need the fire, because if you watch this channel, you know that fire and earth are essential. This is the will. This is the manifesting of the will. We need both of these, right? This is really what it comes down to. Fire and earth, manifesting our best life. To do this, we have to navigate the waters. We have to harness the wind. You know, it's always the air and the water that are in between the fire and the earth. Right? It goes fire, water, air, and then earth. If the water and the air are not understood, are not harnessed, it could prevent us from getting where we're going, right? Which is this manifestation. So, the next card now. The next two cards, really. 5 and a 7 of cups, the water. This is a lot of tumultuous water. This is some choppy seas. Okay, with the 5 of cups here. This is what we're trying to avoid. This is what we don't want. This card is about disappointment. We don't want the emotionally choppy waters, right? We don't want to be disappointed. We don't want to be stirred up. We don't want to have this kind of turmoil, right? Emotional turmoil. We want 4 and 6, steady, even keel, right? But maybe we need to learn how to harness these emotions, how to harness our expectations and our disappointments and set them on fire, right? Get it. We want control. We want to stay in control of things. We have to learn how to navigate these seas, how to control our ship even when the waters are choppy. We can't be one of those sailors or one of those boat captains that can only sail on smooth water, right? Can only sail in good weather, right? We have to be a captain that can handle any kind of weather, any kind of water. Yeah. So I think we learn to appreciate the choppy waters of our lives, the emotions, the waves of emotions, positive and negative emotions, the kind of extremes, the emotions that take us off of our kind of even keel, our steadiness, our stableness, our equilibrium. This is kind of flat, right? This is monotone. We want music. Even if it's bad music, we want music. I think ultimately you do. We also want to stay in control because we don't want to get into any of these extremes ever again. These were not, I think, not fun places for us to be. The final card is the 7 of Cups here. The 7 of Cups is interesting because the 7 is a very active number. It's a function. It is a fiery number. The 7 is a very fiery number. This shows us maybe how to overcome the illusions of success and pleasure and attainment. And this could be that as we are sailing now, we get distracted by what might look like a beautiful paradise island when we get there and it's all death and decay and rot and it's no good. So we have to have the power to resist the siren song that's trying to lead us into the rocks, right? And that's what this card is. The illusion, the glamour that's trying to get us stuck in the mud, stuck in the swamp, right? So when we see an island like this, or when we hear that song, we have to bring everything back to the emperor, and we have to immerse it in the fire, consume it in our own inner fire, right? Really burn it up, right? So that we can see what it really is. So the scales can fall from our eyes so we can see what that island really is. Is it a paradise, or is it just a desert island? Yeah. Seeing through the illusions that are trying to bring us into the rocks, right? Bring us into the mud, into the quicksand here. So I think this is very important. I think the fire energy here is vital because we have so much water. The fire we have is, well, we have control. We don't want to lose our fire, so we're not really expending it. We're not using it, right? But it's kind of a you have to use it or lose it kind of situation. So we need some of this fire. We don't want to avoid the fire because we've been in this extreme before. Right? We have to maintain control over it so that we can withstand the different waves of emotion, and we can resist the temptations to stop short of our ultimate goal. Right? And I know the Ten of Pentacles is kind of, there's light and shadow in every card, right? And I think this card in the position of the future is very much the kind of life that we are after, the success that we want to achieve. But I think in the context of these other tens, this represents just one more extreme that we've been through. That is, kind of makes us want to just float somewhere in the middle, away from these rocks here. Let's look at the mystery card now. And this is the point in the reading where if you would like to pause the video and type in what you think this card will be, go ahead and do that. If you don't want to play along, that's okay. I want us to collectively raise our vibrations, collectively tap into our intuition, see if over time we get better and better at discerning this card. Yeah. So what I would like to see, because of all this water, because of what feels like a reluctance to really get into the fire energy, that we're trying to just stay in control of it. Maybe this is too much control. I feel like we need fire. I feel like this has to be fire. Right? In order for us to manifest our best life, we need to use the fire energy, not thinking that it's all gone, but we need it to be renewed, right? Maybe an Ace of Wands. Maybe an Ace of Wands. We need to get that vitality back. We need to get that vision back, that enthusiasm, right? Oh, interesting. It's an ace, but it's an Ace of Swords. Maybe this is the first step. We didn't have any other air here, except for the Fool, except for the Star. Maybe this is the beginning of this path. Maybe this is us harnessing the wind so that we can get to our star. Getting in control, starting again, starting with this truth, this plan, this certainty, this conviction. And from this, we can then build up the fire energy, build up an Ace of Cups, an Ace of Discs, right? This is the beginning of your new journey, right? This is now, we're establishing a plan. This is us establishing a course and harnessing the wind to set sail on course. Yeah, I like this. I think this is a good one. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, click either above or below in the video description. New Gemini readings come out every Tuesday and Friday at 6 a.m. Chicago time. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. I want to thank you for watching this video all the way through until the end. That really helps out the algorithm. And that in turn is good for the channel, and I appreciate that. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you so much for letting me read for you.